Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to today's video where we are going to be talking about the Colourpop All That palette. This is part of my week-long series, 7 palettes, 7 days, 21 looks. Something like that. I think that's what we're doing. And this should be day number 3. So we are doing, well, I already said what we're doing. We're doing this one. We're doing this palette. Anyway, if you want to see some looks that I made with this one and kind of get my, I guess it is more of a full review, keep on watching. Alright, for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Carolyn. This is my little happy little space on the internet where we talk about makeup and beauty things and, well, whatever I feel like, but mostly it's like 99% makeup. No, that's a lie. It's like 90% makeup and then like 10% cats, or like watching my cats do something stupid. There is a video, I think, where one of my cats is vomiting. I might cut this now. Anyway, so if you watched the other 2 videos this week, you'll know that the format of this is that I'm going to show you the palette. We are going to do some swatches of the whole thing, and then I'm going to show you 3 looks, 1 on each eye, and then a 3rd look, which is the one that I am wearing now. I decided to go full red everything, so we have a red lip, a red eye, red earrings, a red top. I'm living the red life today, but it kind of makes sense with this. So first things first, I do really enjoy Colourpop's formula. So formula-wise, this palette, just as a heads up towards what we're going to talk about at the end, it really does perform perfectly fine. So there's no like surprises or anything in there, so it is like a normal Colourpop palette, so yay there. It was obviously for Valentine's Day. You can see that the colors we have are in the pinky red, more deep toned than some of the other palettes that came out at the time, more red brown almost in some of these tones, versus the very pinky colors like the Natasha Denona Love palette, for example, which was very pink, and even the reds in there were more pink reds rather than kind of brown reds. So what we're going to do is we're going to swatch. We're going to go this way, okay, so really from lightest to darkest essentially in this palette, and then we will kind of look at the whole thing together, and then we will have a look at the 3 different eye looks that I did with this. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm stuck at home. Maybe I'll go for a walk later if we can muster up the energy to do so. Okay, so the first one is Uncuffed, which is a matte white. The second one is BB Girl, which is a very pale pink matte. And then the third one is Come Through, it's kind of like the sequin matte formula. So we're going to start pretty high up here. I am very pale, so sometimes these really light colors just kind of fade into my skin tone, so if you can't see them. So there's the white, there's the second one, BB Girl, and then this is going to be the third one, okay? So Uncuffed, BB Girl, and then Come Through. Let me just add a little bit more here so you can see those. Okay, so really the pale colors in that first row, but it's okay, it's just the door. It's just the door. Yeah, it's just the door. Handsome. Alright, the next one we have is a metallic formula, Risque, then Cha Cha, going into the second row, which is another matte, kind of a, it's a very light terracotta. I think that would be my opinion about it. And then the next one is Fishnets, which is a shimmery kind of bronze color. So, can we see where I am? That's Risque, that's Cha Cha, and then that one is Fishnets. Okay. So this one and this one look similar on camera, but this one is definitely more kind of an orangey terracotta color, and this one's definitely a little bit paler here. Alright, the next 3, the one that I'm probably not going to use in this, which is the glitter. Actually, that's quite a flaky glitter. Sorry, I'm going to swatch that by itself so I can clean my hand. I mean, it's very pretty. I don't really use the glitters in these palettes, so I'm glad that some of the newer ones don't have any. Yeah, so there's that glitter. That's uncensored, by the way. Alright, next 3, we have Wink Wink, which is a light matte, kind of dark terracotta red. Then we have Silhouette, which is kind of a deep burgundy. And then we have Infatuation, which I think is a Super Shock. It's a very unusual, very crumbly formula. It looks crumbly in the pan. So what do we got? We got Wink Wink. Then we have Silhouette, and then Infatuation. Yeah, I definitely think this one's one of the Super Shock formulas. Let me go back into Wink Wink again here. So I like Infatuation. It's for me, it's slightly hard to use because I have to use a finger to apply to the eye. It's on today. It's this look here. So it looks really pretty, but I do tend to like to apply my shimmers with a brush because I personally, for me, it makes it more accurate and more sharp, whereas when you use your finger, I feel like I kind of get it everywhere. Okay, so the last one is, oh no, last two, sorry. We have Please Me, which is kind of the darkest red color, sorry. And then we have the Feels, which is a sequin, very sparkly sequin black. Okay, so that is Please Me, and then there we go, the Feels. All right, so that's the whole set. So the nice thing about this as a color story is we have a lot of depth in here. We have some really deep tones, including some deeper shimmers, these two, and then we have some really light tones to kind of do some sort of light, kind of pastel-y kind of look almost. Maybe more on like the peachy copper kind of pastel look, but yeah. So I like the color story. Yeah, all right, so let me show you the looks that I got with this one, and then I'll come back and kind of talk to you about how I enjoyed this palette and whether this is one that I would suggest that you pick up if you're interested in buying a palette from Colourpop kind of in this vein, okay, so to speak. All right, so I'll just scooch over here. We're going this side now because we got the stupid chair here, okay? All right, so the first look I did, I wanted to do, sorry, product everywhere. All over the place. I'm gonna try not to get this arm, like, I was filming yesterday and I put my arm down on like my trousers and it was a whole swatch like all on my trousers. It was funny. I thought it was funny. Maybe it's not funny. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm trying not to like, I'm gonna hold my arm in an awkward position. All right, so the first look I did, I wanted to do something really light, which if you've been watching me, that's not my typical look, but I wanted to try. You know, I gotta get out of my box sometimes, okay? And so what I did, I started with BB Girl, and as you can see, it was very similar to my natural skin color. It's the same kind of intensity. I'm very pale, and I know it, so, you know, here it kind of just blends in, but it's fine. And definitely, I could see it in real life, even if you guys can't see it in the camera, that there is a light pink on my eye. Okay, the next one, Come Through, we deepened it just a little bit to give the eye some sort of depth. Okay, I like the Come Through shade. I think this kind of sequin formula sometimes is really nice. This kind of like, it's just a very gentle kind of sequin formula, or it's just like a nice matte, really, with a little bit of sparkle. The sparkle for me comes completely off almost right away, but the color underneath was so pretty that I was totally satisfied with it. And then, so I did BB Girl all over, or kind of in the crease, and I did Come Through to kind of deepen in the outer corner. And then I did Risque most of the way across the lid, just to do something light, very fresh, very kind of springy, okay? It is just starting to become spring here in the UK. I think the high today might be like 11 or 12 degrees. What is that in Fahrenheit? 60-ish, 58, 60, so it's starting to warm up a little bit here, so that's nice. Anyway, so that was the first look. Light, fresh, cute, okay? So the second look, I wanted to do something that was more red, but like a red-brown kind of look. So I went in with Wink Wink, Silhouette, and then Fishnets. So Wink Wink, it's a really pretty, easy to blend in color. It was a little bit more, you'll see my face, it's a little bit more intense than maybe I originally thought it was going to be. I thought maybe it was going to end up looking a little bit lighter on the eye. It's fine, it looked great. Then I deepened it up with Silhouette, which I like that color quite a bit. It's this one here on my arm. It's a really nice kind of deep terracotta kind of color. I really enjoy that. I think it does look really nice on the skin, at least on my skin tone. I think it looks nice. And then we went in with Fishnets, which is kind of a brown, bronzy shimmer. All worked out great. I was very happy with the second look. It was definitely more kind of warm, brown, red kind of vibe. So these first two looks, very happy with, no issues. All the products worked great. yeah, I think the only thing that you'll see me like, is that the wink wink was way deeper than I thought it was going to be, but it blended out fine, so we were saved. Okay, so the last look, which is the one that I'm wearing here, I decided to start, I wanted it to be really deep. This is the darkest one that I did, so I started with Cha Cha just to lay down a little bit of that light brown kind of warm color in the crease, just to start with our blending in there. And then I went in hard with Please Me to really give that deep, dark, outer corner intensity, and I really tried to blend it in, really tried to smoke it out towards this side a little bit, but I knew I was going to do a liner, so I left it really messy on the end because I was just going to cut it with a bit of a makeup, with a bit of makeup remover on a cotton pad, so I didn't really care how messy it looked off to the side. And then once I had that the way I was pretty happy with, I went in with Infatuation. I started with the brush because that's often how I start with my shimmery shades, and it really wasn't picking anything up, and if I did, it was kind of like scooping it with a spoon and like shoving it on the eye, and that's not, I don't think you should do things that way necessarily. So I did go in with a finger, and it does look really nice. I'm going to just kind of come closer so you can see. Okay. It does make my eyelids look a little bit crepey right there, but I have, you know, I have aging skin, and I have hooded eyes, and they are kind of crepey. I mean, that's how it is, but not all shimmers make my eyes look like that, and it seems to be, for me personally, that the Super Shock formula, which is what I believe that to be, does that more to my skin. So I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying kind of be aware that you might get kind of a crepey look with it if you have similar kind of, if you maybe you're my age, or you have like kind of similar looking eyes in that kind of crepey aging kind of look. But I'm very happy with how the look turned out in the end. I mean, you can see it now with the liner and with the mascara on. I think it's a really beautiful, intense, vibrant red look. So I wanted to grab something just to talk. I'm not going to swatch it, but I just want to talk about the comparisons with the Whatever palette. So this is one of my favorites from last year. You can see it looks pretty disgusting right now, because I think you get a little bit more variety of looks with the Whatever palette versus the All That palette. So preference-wise, I actually still prefer the Whatever palette. I love this one. Miss Brightside is one of my absolute favorite kind of deep, dark mattes. I'm gonna do it here on the top of my hand just so you can see. Like that is like, did you see that? There was like one go over with that. And let me just show you Please Me next to it, which is the deepest color in this one. And it's a little bit more patchy, a little less intense, a little bit less pigmented. So for me personally, I like this palette a lot. I'm happy I have it, so no issues there. I like most of the shimmers, and I will definitely use it. But my reach for palette for this kind of very similar color story is going to be the Whatever palette. Mostly because I can also do something that's a little bit more peachy colored. I can do something that's more just light brown color, and then I can do something deep red. I can essentially make this exact same look except for that Super Shock shadow with this palette. Actually, if I use TTYN, it's really similar. So I don't know, if you have this one, I don't know that you need to pick up this one. Just as a heads up, obviously you do whatever you like. I do like the black in this one. I don't use black a whole lot, but I like that color. So, you know, maybe for a few of them, there are some unique shades. Anyway, that's going to be it for a volume 3 of this 7 days, 7 palettes adventure. So there'll be another video on tomorrow in this realm, so please do keep on watching. I am doing all different companies every day, and I'm trying to do really different color stories every day as well. So, you know, hopefully you'll find something that interests you there. If you did enjoy this video, you could hit the like button down below. There's a little cat icon. I think it's in this corner. And then, of course, Stella hanging out in the back. Betty is here. He's just sitting on the chair being a sweet, sweet boy. Oh, he was snoring so loud earlier. Oh my god. Anyway, if you want more of Cat snoring and also me doing my makeup, you could subscribe. Like I said, cat in the corner. Where is it? Where's my hand? Here. Or the subscribe button down below. I'd love for you to join me here on my YouTube adventure. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. I hope you all have a really lovely day wherever you are, and take care of yourself. Take care of each other, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.